I used to work the night shift at a tiny motel outside of town. Nothing fancy. 20 rooms, cheap coffee, flickering neon sign outside. The kind of place people stopped at only because they were too tired to keep driving. Most nights were dead quiet. Around 2 a.m., I'd usually sit behind the front desk watching security cameras while half asleep. But one night, a guy walked in that I still think about almost every day. He looked wrong. Not dirty, not injured, just wrong. He was tall, painfully skinny, and smiling way too hard, like someone trying to imitate a normal person after only seeing humans in movies. He asked for a room. I noticed immediately that he never blinked, not once. I handed him a keycard for room 12. The entire time he stared directly at me with this stretched grin. Then he asked, "Do people usually sleep deeply here?" I laughed nervously, thinking it was some awkward joke. He didn't laugh back. He just slowly nodded and walked away. The moment he disappeared around the corner, I felt sick to my stomach. Something in my brain was screaming that this guy was dangerous, so I pulled up the hallway security camera. Room 12 was at the far end of the building. I watched him walk down the hallway, then stop halfway there. He just stood still, completely still, facing room 8. At first, I thought maybe he forgot his room number, but then 5 minutes passed, then 10. He still hadn't moved. He was just standing outside room 8, not knocking, not pacing, just staring at the door. I called the room phone in room 8. A tired woman answered. I asked if everything was okay. She sounded confused and said yes. Then I asked her to look through the peephole. There was silence, then whispering. Then she quietly said, "There's a man outside my door." I told her to lock the deadbolt and stay inside. The second I hung up, the man finally moved again. But instead of going to his room, he slowly turned his head toward the security camera and smiled wider. I froze. There was no way he could have known where the camera was. Then he walked directly to room 12 and disappeared inside. I considered calling the police, but technically he hadn't done anything, so I stayed awake, watching the cameras. At around 3:17 a.m., movement appeared again. Room 12's door opened. The man stepped into the hallway, except now he was barefoot and carrying something long in his hand. At first, I couldn't tell what it was. Then he passed under the hallway light. It was a hammer. My heart dropped. He walked straight back toward room 8. This time, I called the police immediately. While I was on the phone, the man stopped outside the woman's room again, still smiling, still not blinking. Then he slowly raised the hammer and tapped it gently against the door. 3 soft knocks. Tap, tap, tap. The woman inside started screaming. The man suddenly sprinted, not at the door, at the front office, at me. I locked the office door just before he slammed into it. He hit the glass so hard the entire frame shook, and the whole time, he never stopped smiling. Police arrived less than 4 minutes later, but when they searched the motel, he was gone. Room 12 was empty. No bag, no car, no fingerprints, nothing. The weirdest part? The officers reviewed the security footage with me afterward, and one of them noticed something I hadn't. The man never once used the hallway doors, not when he entered, not when he left. According to the cameras, he appeared in the hallway and disappeared from it, like he was never really there at all.